Greeting dear students and welcome to the class. Today we'll be doing question number 27 of NCERT's book, page number 171. And in this numerical we'll be passing journal entries, revaluation account and partners capital account along with the balance sheet. Normally in such type of long questions, these come as 8 markers in board exams. And in this types of questions, either journal entry and balance sheet is asked or revaluation account, partners capital and balance sheet is asked. So they will not ask you to make journal entries along with revaluation, partners capital and balance sheet, but for the sake of practice we'll be passing all concerned journal entries and then we'll be preparing revaluation and partners capital along with the balance sheet. So let us start. Let us read the question first. I hope you will be able to see this numerical on your screens. So this is question number 27. Let us see what is given in this numerical. Given below is the balance sheet of A and B who are carrying on partnership business on 31st December 2016. So it means their accounting year ends on 31st December 2016. A and B share profits in the ratio of 2:1 and balance sheet is given to you. Bills payable, creditors, outstanding expenses, partners capital, cash in hand, cash at bank, sundry debtors, stock, plant and building. And there is no accumulated profits or reserves are given to you. No goodwill is appearing in the balance sheet. And moreover, let us see what else is given. C is being admitted on the date of the balance sheet on the following terms. C will bring 1 lakh as capital and 60,000 as his share of goodwill for 1/4 share of the in the profit. So single share of the new partner is given and there is no condition as such till now is given relating to the share of old partners. So this will be considered as old as well as sacrificing ratio. C will bring 1 lakh as capital and 60,000 as a share of goodwill for 1/4 share. Plant is appreciated by 1,20,000. So appreciated means it is a gain to the firm. Value of building is also appreciated. So both are gain. So while making journal entries, you can take these two together. But in single journal entry, stock is found overvalued. So it is a loss when asset is found overvalued by 4,000. A provision for doubtful debts. Now you need to make a provision is to be created 5% on debtors. Creditors were recorded to the extent of 1,000. So this is also a liability. Unrecorded creditors are being found. You are required to pass journal entries, prepare revaluation, partners capital and show the balance sheet after C's retirement. So you need to do all the steps: journal entries, revaluation, partners capital and balance sheet. So let us start with the journal entry first. So first of all, we will be passing journal entry. This is the format of journal. Particulars, and here you will be writing LF, debit amount and credit amount. So first of all, C is bringing capital and premium for goodwill. Cash account will be debited to C's capital account and to premium for goodwill account. This is 1 lakh and he's bringing 60,000 as premium for goodwill, and total amount in cash is 1,60,000. And whenever you know that whenever C is bringing premium, it has to be distributed, and premium for goodwill will be distributed. This is my working area. It will be distributed among sacrificing partners in the sacrificing ratio. Old partners in the sacrificing ratio So old partners are A and B. Their old ratio is given to you as 2:1. So if no condition is given relating to their mutual ratio, we'll consider this as sacrificing ratio. So we'll be dividing 60,000 in this ratio. So A will get 40,000 and B will get 20,000. Let us pass the journal entry and hope you will be able to make the narration for this also. So next will be premium for goodwill account debit to A's capital account and to B's capital account, and we will be dividing this premium 60,000 in the sacrificing ratio 40 and 20. 40,000 will go to A and 20,000 will go to B. I hope you will be able to write the narration, and in narration you need to mention that you are dividing this premium for goodwill in the sacrificing ratio, which is 2:1. This is very important to mention. So you will be mentioning full narration along with mentioning of sacrificing ratio. So now next is, now here just to save your time, what you can do is you can take all those transactions in which revaluation account is credited, and likewise you can collect all those transactions in which revaluation account is debited, because this will save your time also. So revaluation account is debited, you know that plant is to be plant is appreciated to appreciated. I told you whenever 2 is written, this is the appreciated value, and for the purpose of revaluation you need to compare this with the book value. So this is book value and this is appreciated value. So you will be crediting revaluation by 20,000, and plus building is also appreciating. Building is appreciating by 10%. So 15,000 is to be added here, so it is 35,000. So next entry will be plant account debit, building account debit, to revaluation account, because it's our gain. Whenever asset increases, it leads to gain. So how much gain is there? Plant is increasing by 20,000 and building increased by 15,000, and total of these two is 35,000. Next entry, fourth entry will be here. You will collect all those entries where you are giving credit to revaluation account. So let us see. Here stock is overvalued, so there is you need to reduce the stock by 4,000. Then you are creating a liability in the form of provision for doubtful debts. It is 5% on debtors, 3,000. Debtors which are given in the balance sheet are 60,000. So 5% of this is 3,000. And another item is creditors, unrecorded creditors. So this is also your loss. So we are collecting all the losses. Creditors are 1,000. So you can pass a single entry for this by giving debit to revaluation account. So next will be revaluation account debit to stock, because your asset is decreasing and decrease in asset is always credited, and you are creating a provision for doubtful debts. You are creating a liability, and likewise to creditors, because your creditors are increasing, so increase in liability will be credited. And how much amount? Stock by 4,000, provision for doubtful debts by 3,000, and creditors by 1000, and total of these three will be 8000. So this will save your time, as well as you can directly know, able to calculate the result of revaluation account. So I hope now you will be able to guess the result. 35,000 is credited and 8,000 is debited to revaluation. So the net result of revaluation is profit, and profit of how much? 27,000. So here you will be dividing profit between old partners in the old ratio. So let us divide the profit. Fifth entry is for dividing profit, and you know the journal entry for profit, you will be giving benefit to the partners. So revaluation account debit. How you arrive at profit? Revaluation is credited by 35,000 and revaluation is debited by 8,000. So there is a net gain. So net gain is 27,000. This is the profit on revaluation, and you will be dividing this profit in the ratio of old ratio. Old ratio is 2:1. So here we are dividing the profit. Revaluation account debit 27,000 to A's capital, and whenever you are passing journal entry, you need to make proper format with narration also. So you need to write narration in all the cases, and because of shortage of time I am not passing, but you need to pass journal entries this narration in all the cases. So if you divide 27,000 in 2:1, it will be 2/3 multiplied by 27,000. So it will be 18,000 for A and 9,000 for B. So these are the 5 journal entries which you are required to pass. And after that, what is the next step? Next step is to prepare revaluation account. So let us prepare revaluation account. We are doing question number 27. So this is my revaluation account. We have already studied the format of revaluation. Here you will be writing particulars, amount, and particulars amount. This is debit side and credit side. So now let us see what we are required to do. And I would like to advise you that whenever you are making revaluation account, recording in revaluation account, simultaneously do the adjustment in other accounts also. So that will save your time. But here I am doing one by one. But in the next numerical, I will be recording transactions simultaneously in revaluation and simultaneously its impact on balance sheet, because this will save my time, and as well as there will be no error in recording, because you know that all the adjustments are to be recorded twice. So let us start. First of all, we credited revaluation account by appreciation the value of plants, only the appreciated amount, which is 20,000. This is very important because student used to commit error here. They used to write the full value, appreciated value. Appreciated value will be written in the balance sheet. So this is suppose this is your balance sheet. I am making balance sheet also simultaneously, so that you will be able to understand its impact. This is my balance sheet, and here you will be writing plant by the value of plant, which book value of the plant is 1 lakh, and there is an appreciation of 20,000. So you will add this appreciation, and in the outer column you will be writing 1,20,000. So see the impact. Here you are writing 20,000 on the credit side of revaluation, and here you are writing 1,20,000 on the asset side of the balance sheet. So the next is building. So let us record for building here. This is by building, because there is an appreciation in the building. You can mention this in the bracket, appreciation, that will be better. And this is also appreciation. Appreciation, the value of building is 15,000. And here also you can mention this building. Building original value is 1,50,000, and there is an appreciation of 10%, that is 15,000. So in the outer column you will be writing 1,65,000. Now see, simultaneously we are showing the impact of change in the value of asset. This is 15 and this is 1,65,000. So you need to follow this step, there will be no error. And next is, there is a decrease in the value of stock to stock because it was overvalued. So you can mention overvaluation, overvalued by 4,000. And what is the value of stock given in the balance sheet? Stock which was given in the balance sheet is 40,000. So we'll reduce its value overvaluation by 4,000. Now the net value of stock is 36,000. So I hope simultaneously you are able to get the impact. And next is, and by doing more and more numerical like this, you will be in the habit of preparing it simultaneously. And now the next is provision for doubtful debts. To provision for doubtful debts, it's given to you as 3,000. And you know how, where to show provision? It will be deducted from the debtors. This is immaterial whether you are adding, showing this additional to the plants and building, but this is compulsory. You have to show provision for doubtful debts either from deducting from the debtors, or you can show it on the liability side also. Both are correct. So debtors which are given to you as 60,000 in the balance sheet book value less provision for doubtful debts, it is 3,000. You will be deducting this, and the net value is 57,000. So I hope you are getting what is being taught. So now the next amount is creditors, unrecorded creditors. You don't have to mention, you don't have to prefix unrecorded words. Simply write to creditors. In the bracket you can mention unrecorded to the extent of 1,000. So that's it. These were the transactions adjustments. So now you can calculate its net impact, which we have already calculated, 35,000 on both sides. And now the time for calculating profit. Profit will be, total of this side is 8,000, so it is 27,000. And we'll transfer the profit to partners capital. Partners capital means old partners capital in the old ratio. To profit transfer to partners capital. Partners capital account. Old partners are A and B. And how much profit will go to A's pocket? A will get 18,000 and B will get 7,000, which will be recorded here in the partners capital account. So let us prepare partners capital account. Partners capital account, and this is a combined partners capital account We have studied this in the fundamentals, particulars, debit side, credit side. And first of all, the first item should be their opening balances, which are given in the balance sheet. By balance brought down 1,80,000 for A and 1,50,000 for B. So these are their opening balances. And after that, C has brought how much cash? C has brought for capital, so only the capital amount. Capital amount is 1 lakh, and then we'll do the effect of distributing premium. This was the premium distribution entry, premium for goodwill to A to B. So let us record that also. We are giving credit to A and B. So by premium for goodwill in the sacrificing ratio, which is old, same as old ratio, and the premium will be 40,000 and 20,000. Then give them the share in the revaluation profit. So by revaluation account, and in the bracket you can mention profit. If it is a loss, loss will be recorded here. So how much profit we are giving them? We are giving 18,000 to A and 7,000 to 18,000 and 9,000. Make correction here, 18 and 9,000, because total is 27. So you can make correction here, 18 and 9,000. And after that, there is no other transaction, there is no goodwill given in the balance sheet. So directly we'll calculate the total amount of this. This is 220 and 238. So the total of this side is 2,38,000. Total of this is 1,79,000, and there is nothing in C's capital. So these are the totals, and these totals will become the closing balances also. And closing balances, we'll be writing to balance carried down. It will be 2,38,000 for A, 1,79,000 for B, and 1 lakh for C. You know how to balance. There is no item given on the credit side, and we are transferring. Profit is always transferred on the opposite side. Like if it is debited here, it will be transferred to credit side, and if it is loss, loss will be transferred here. So this revaluation account must be clear to you. Now let us prepare the balance sheet. In the balance sheet also, first of all, we can write these closing balances in the balance sheet as a capitals of A, B and C. Partner A, B and C. A's capital is 2,38,000. B's capital 1,79,000. And C's capital is 1 lakh. So the total of these three will be 5,17,000. And now let us see what are the adjustments. And there was an adjustment of creditors here, you can see, but before that, let us write in order. Bills Payable is given to you as it is. There is no change in the bills payable, 10,000. Creditors are, book value of the creditor is 58,000, and you find there is one addition which was not recorded, unrecorded creditor. It is 1,000, so you will be recording 59,000 here. And outstanding expenses are also there. Outstanding expenses are rupees 2,000. And what else is left here? Let us check. We have recorded building, plant, stock, debtors, and let us record cash in hand. Yes, this is also very important point. See, cash in hand, original balance is 10,000. You can prepare cash account because there is addition to cash. C is bringing is capital and premium, but those two additions can be done here also. So you can add C's capital. C's capital is 1 lakh. And you can also add premium for goodwill. Which is 60,000. So the new cash balance is 1,70,000. And I hope there is no balance left here. So now let us add, calculate the total. So this will be 517. So let us add it one by one. 7, 9. This will be 16 into 18, then 8 and 5. This is 5,88,000. Let us see the total here also. 5, 6, 11, 11 and 7, 18, 8, 1 carry forward, 9, 3, 12, 12 and 5, just wait, 8 and 3, 11, 11 and 5, 16 and 7. Let me check if we have skipped some item. This is 165 is there, 120, 36, 57, and there is one item is left which was bank. So you need to write that also. Cash at bank was left. Cash at bank, there is no change in cash at bank, so you can write it directly, 40,000. So now the total is 5,88,000 on both the sides. So I hope the treatment of how to prepare revaluation account, journal entries, partners capital and balance sheet, it must be clear to you, and we'll be doing few more numerical based on such kind of problems with more details, different details. But I hope all these things are clear to you, and I advise you, whenever you are required to make revaluation, partners capital and balance sheet, do all the transactions simultaneously, and this way your balance sheet will be valid. So I hope everything is clear to you. So that's all for today. Have a nice day.